Well, there is always a special buzz on the opening day of any cup competition. The first and only time when all teams, regardless of stature, history, reputation, start from the same position. Everybody can have the same hopes, everybody the same dreams. This could be our year. We're going to do it again. It will be us at last. Those are the sorts of things we hear year on year. Hardly a surprise then that everybody is raring to go. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, both of these teams will take to the pitch with a three-point focus. Ambition is fresh and strong, and each will want to go deep into the competition, so neither will be looking to come out of this with a flawed game plan. This has to be assured and close to their best.
We're on the way. He's looked long this time. Laporte can get it clear. What a throw in. Has a hit! Goes for goal!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Jordi Alba. Rodri, over to the left. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Nagatomo. He's found his man. It's a goal! That's a half-decent try.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Spain are working the ball as only they can.
Well, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high-caliber technique to move the ball about quickly in tight areas.
A chance to play it in. Finds himself eased off the ball. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Just half an hour in now. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Well, he's made sure that that won't get through. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? That's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, he's not going to get that. Laporte. Llorente. Laporte. Jordi Alba. Llorente. And it's Jordi Alba. Good idea, just poorly executed. Defence has got rid of that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Japan may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Japan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Japan playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It's come through, going for goal! He scores! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Japan break the deadlock.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming. Still, there's a fair bit of time if you're going to think about defending it now.
Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Looks to thread it through. Battles to win it back. Koke. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Koke. Across the field it goes. Llorente. And he's cut it out.
Spain are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Japan are on the verge of a pretty special win, and they've got some hanging on to do here. Good. And that is that. Pretty much the ideal start. A win on the first day, and a platform on which to build. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, they've laid down a marker with such a good opening win, and they're saying to the rest of the group, we're intent on staying at the top. On this evidence, I think there's every chance too.
It is one of the most eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. It's the day when teams turn up for work with a spring in their step. First time in this competition this season, a genuine sense of occasion, a bit of fanfare that goes with it. The mood is upbeat, laced with a dose of nerves, which must be expected. The team news is in, the teams themselves will be with us shortly. The atmosphere predictably wonderful. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Germany. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, both of these teams will take to the pitch with a three-point focus. Ambition is fresh and strong, and each will want to go deep into the competition, so neither will be looking to come out of this with a flawed game plan. This has to be assured and close to their best.
We're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And here's Sané. This is gone, that's a foul. Germany with a set-piece chance. And so we have the first set-piece of the game. Top save! That shot was travelling. And it's hoisted clear. Goretzka tries a shot! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Germany have an early lead. Good start. That's been drilled forward. Goretzka. Sané. And here's Muller. Get that clear. Could be thinking about a shot here. And the shot!
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Sané floats one over. And it's played forward. Breaks on here. There will be a throw-in. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
quick time. Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Things starting to look very comfortable.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
And it's Muller. Goretzka has a pop! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has been cleared. And the shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Germany in control at half-time, 2-0. And the action is back on the way. Campbell, it's Campbell! Oh, great save, real class.
Campbell sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Time for a change in personnel. Towering header! It's a goal! The second half sparked straight into life. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Costa Rica get themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Now the counter. Right through the middle. Has a hit! Gets good distance on it. No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Gnabry! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
There's going to be another change here. Germany take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Oh, that's nice. On the right now, what's on? Out to the right. Muller. Sané. Sané has a goal! And that would have won it.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Great leap! And the follow-up? Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Götze goes looking. Now a chance to break. Kimmich set up one goal so far. Chance to break. He's had a goal! It's anyone's ball. Well, that's where he wants it. Well positioned to make that interception. That's a throw. Now it's Götze, and it's got through. He gets past his man, has a hit! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So now the difference is 3. So that's it. It is all over. Germany have got off to an ideal start. 3 points on day 1, and it bodes well for the campaign ahead. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, pressure can quickly build on you if a positive result isn't achieved in your opening group match. Instead, they can take great confidence now from a very good victory.
It is one of the most eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. It's the day when teams turn up for work with a spring in their step. First time in this competition this season, a genuine sense of occasion, a bit of fanfare that goes with it. The mood is upbeat, laced with a dose of nerves, which must be expected. The team news is in, the teams themselves will be with us shortly. The atmosphere predictably wonderful. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Belgium. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated a front foot approach. If that is the case, then I don't think we're going to be complaining at the end. I certainly hope we'll be eulogising. There's an awful lot resting on this, and we'll probably end up reflecting on that.
Well, we're on the way. He's looked long this time. Tongan gets into the right position to intercept. And it's Lukaku. Out to the right. Oh, really good feet from him. Tielemans. And here's De Bruyne. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Hazard, he's had a go! Goal! Belgium! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Belgium take the lead.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Vertonghen. Forward it goes. Played out to the right. Alderweireld. Witsel. Hazard. Tielemans. Plays it over to the other flank. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Lukaku. Now it's Carrasco. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Dinks one in. There's the through ball. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Lukaku gets flagged offside. Battles to win it back. Dendoncker. Tielemans. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
Start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Witsel. is very well defended. Going through. And it's played forward. Looks to clip it forward. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Carrasco gets the better of his man. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. De Bruyne hoists it forward, and it's Hazard. Well weighted. Oh, shooting chance!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Vertonghen. Witsel. Alderweireld. Good idea, just poorly executed. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Courtois sends that a long way. No way through there. Witsel. Hazard. Torgan Hazard. Alderweireld drives it forward. So that's it. It is all over. Well, this clearly wasn't the start they're looking for, so they're going to have to bounce back and look to win from now on in. A real test of resolve and of character. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's the start they didn't want, but it doesn't have to mean there's no chance of... There's still plenty of points to turn things around, although I must add, much less room.
Well, there is always a special buzz on the opening day of any cup competition. The first and only time when all teams, regardless of stature, history, reputation, start from the same position. Everybody can have the same hopes, everybody the same dreams. This could be our year. We're going to do it again. It will be us at last. Those are the sorts of things we hear year on year. Hardly a surprise then that everybody is raring to go. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. Croatia looking for a fast start to get things done early here.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated a front foot approach. If that is the case, then I don't think we're going to be complaining at the end. I certainly hope we'll be eulogising. There's an awful lot resting on this, and we'll probably end up reflecting on that.
And that gets things running. So Jim, who would you... Kramaric! Fence has got rid of that. Modric. It's Kovacic! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Forward it goes. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Kovacic. Kovacic goes looking. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Hakimi. And it's Ziyech. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Kovacic. Brozovic. Perisic. That's a throw. Ziyech. Hoists it forward. Oh, he's broken through. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Kovacic. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And it's half-time here. So another team has broken through. That's certainly not going to want to try. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Croatia will probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Croatia clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Good clearance and very necessary. And it's played forward. Looks to clip it forward. He spotted the run and played him through. Vlasic. The defence can get it clear. Ball is over the line. And it's Perisic. Well, they can break here. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Modric takes control of it and he's on the move. Now it's Perisic. Gets the better of his man. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Gets wrestled off the ball.
Morocco merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Tries to locate someone up front. Oh, good interception.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late...
And the referee brings it to a close. Not ideal, but not the worst start at all. It's an opening day draw. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think all's well that ends well on this one. They pushed for more and showed good determination to avoid less, so it has to be a point won as opposed to 2 lost.
Well, there is always a special buzz on the opening day of any cup competition. The first and only time when all teams, regardless of stature, history, reputation, start from the same position. Everybody can have the same hopes, everybody the same dreams. This could be our year. We're going to do it again. It will be us at last. Those are the sorts of things we hear year on year. Hardly a surprise then that everybody is raring to go. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. The imperative for everyone, 3 points on opening day.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
And that gets things running. Lucas Paqueta. Alexandro. Casemiro. Alexandro. Just brushed off the ball there. Ricardo Rodriguez. And it's Mbolo. Out to the left it goes. Seferovic. And he heaves it forward. And that has been cleared. Richarlison. There's the through ball. Big chance! Tries a shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
They've played it short. Forward, what does he try from here? Seferovic. Seferovic! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Cleared away. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Mbolo. Shoots! Attempt, it's the wrong outcome.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Danilo. Casemiro. Richarlison. No goals as yet. Got a shot away!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
And it's Mbolo. Seferovic. And he's had a goal! Could be a shooting chance! And it's half-time here. Well, both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Switzerland head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Richarlison!
Richarlison really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Casemiro has got himself a free kick. Danilo. Ball's out on the left now. And it's Mbolo. It'll be a throw-in. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And here's Seferovic. Thiago Silva. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Vinicius Junior. Switzerland do retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Seferovic. Seferovic is fouled. Danilo. Lucas Paqueta. Neymar gets it back. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Brazil really looking like men possessed. They need to if they want to win it. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's away. Finds himself eased off the ball. Danilo. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, they've got a point. 3, of course, were preferable, but up and running for a new campaign. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It could have been both better or worse, so a draw will be a happy compromise, I think, to open their group account. It always helps to have something to build on, and I think this will do nicely.
It is one of the most eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. It's the day when teams turn up for work with a spring in their step. First time in this competition this season, a genuine sense of occasion, a bit of fanfare that goes with it. The mood is upbeat, laced with a dose of nerves, which must be expected. The team news is in, the teams themselves will be with us shortly. The atmosphere predictably wonderful. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And we rise now for the Serbian national anthem. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, both of these teams will take to the pitch with a three-point focus. Ambition is fresh and strong, and each will want to go deep into the competition, so neither will be looking to come out of this with a flawed game plan. This has to be assured and close to their best.
And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Milinkovic-Savic. I'll be keeping an eye on his long-range shooting, Peter, because that's something he does with real prowess. The stuff that makes the highlight reels, of course, but he also does a lot of good work under the radar, recycling the ball, pressing opponents, and generally bossing midfield.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Looking to get within range.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty pucks.
Decision for the referee. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Cattell. Timely intervention.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
There's a long ball. Oh, what a... and the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And it's played forward. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. It's come loose. Real chance! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Forward it goes. Nkudu drives it forward, cuts it out. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Brings it forward. Kulu does well there. Here's the whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
Serbia head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And we're already back underway here.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Defending of the desperate variety. Nkudu. Choupo-Moting. And it's Nkudu. Choupo-Moting gets it back. Well, that had to be more accurate. It'll be a throw-in. Cattell. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Brought forward. What does he try? Shapes to shoot! He scored!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. A 1-0 lead established.
The perfect display, and the old saying comes to mind: when the going gets tough, etc.
Hoists it forward. Caught offside that time. Cameroon can make their change now with a break in play. It's a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. Sambo Anguissa. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Gets up to head it! So close to drawing level.
Oh, that's a great response, though, and it's a statement declaring that they're not done with this yet.
Cameroon making another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Hoists it forward. Almost there, and the players can feel it. We are into stoppage time. And it's played forward. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that's the way to launch the campaign. They can look ahead with confidence and comfort. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, pressure can quickly build on you if a positive result isn't achieved in your opening group match. Instead, they can take great confidence now from a very good victory and look ahead with real belief.
Well, there is always a special buzz on the opening day of any cup competition. The first and only time when all teams, regardless of stature, history, reputation, start from the same position. Everybody can have the same hopes, everybody the same dreams. This could be our year. We're going to do it again. It will be us at last. Those are the sorts of things we hear year on year. Hardly a surprise then that everybody is raring to go. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, both of these teams will take to the pitch with a three-point focus. Ambition is fresh and strong, and each will want to go deep into the competition, so neither will be looking to come out of this with a flawed game plan. This has to be assured and close to their best.
we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I would think Son Heung-min, the South Korean. He can play anywhere in attack, but ideally his most success seems to come from wide and his incisive inward bursts. He may not yet be regarded as a great goal scorer, but he has real ambition to get...
Big chance! Goal!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on, this could be rather exciting. Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Portugal take the early advantage. Looks to clip it forward. Defending of the desperate variety. Lee Kang-in. Real chance! It's anyone's ball. Has a goal! Oh, that is very close.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
Guerrero.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
He's had a goal! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Guerrero hoists it forward. Guerrero hits that long. Plenty waiting in the middle. Timely intervention. Breaks on here. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Great run this. He's covered quite a distance. It's a loose ball. And they've been caught out here. William Carvalho tries to get it forward quickly. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Son Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. Played out to the right. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. He's got options out wide. Bernardo Silva. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It hasn't exactly got the plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Here we go again then.
South Korea need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Battles to win it back. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Cuts it out. William Carvalho. South Korea still behind thanks to that solitary strike. William Carvalho. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Over to the left. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Decent looking ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. And he stayed down and was in very obvious discomfort here. Portugal are down to 10 men. Oh, that is lovely footwork. He's made sure that that won't get through.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
I think there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Goes for goal! He scored!
South Korea are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in a real honest shift.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo.
Portugal showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Son Heung-min. And here's the chance to counter. Pepe positions himself well and cuts it out. Gets the better of his man. That is terrific skill. William Carvalho drives it forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a decent ball. He gets past his man. Shoots! Yes! He's done it! And that may just do it! Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Portugal, and that's it. It's not quite the end of the world, but it doesn't help. The defeat in the first game, and they need to turn it round and recover over the rest of the group stage. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, we can't dress it up. It's not a nice way of opening the group. They're immediately under pressure to bounce back in the next one, but they can cling to a few positives from this and get right back into the mix, I think.
It is one of the most eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. It's the day when teams turn up for work with a spring in their step. First time in this competition this season, a genuine sense of occasion, a bit of fanfare that goes with it. The mood is upbeat, laced with a dose of nerves, which must be expected. The team news is in, the teams themselves will be with us shortly. The atmosphere predictably wonderful. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. The national anthem of Uruguay rings out. So a strong start essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I'm going to say the Uruguayan Cavani. His willingness to put so much effort in is why he scores so many goals. And that also...
He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal!
What a start. And what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
Terrific audacity, just gorgeous skill.
Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it.
Uruguay have an early lead. Good start. Caceres. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Baba. Has he found his man?
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Valverde. Now it's Cavani. He's left his man. And the shot! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Uruguay take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And that's been won straight back. Ayew. Well, that's where he wants it. Otoy. Uruguay are in control here on the brink of half-time. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Cavani already, of course, on the score sheet. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Tried to play it through.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and
the whistle goes for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Uruguay ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. So off we go once more. No changes at the interval from either side.
Ghana making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind from back to front, and this is something different.
Hits one! Yes! And surely that settles it. Jim, your thoughts?
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded for penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Uruguay take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities. This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
It's being played forward. And he has been fouled there. He'll have a go. Saved. That's good keeping.
Yeah, maybe the circumstances are beginning to heap on the pressure because they're trying to force it.
Hoists it forward. Goes for goal! Oh, that's a waste. Uruguay are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter, so introducing one of the youngsters for some added experience is bang on.
Dashing forward at pace. And the finish! Disappointing finish in the end.
Uruguay just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
The changes then in quick succession. Luis Suarez. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Caceres. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well positioned to make that interception. Gets wrestled off the ball. Bentancur breaks on here with a delicate ball. Lewis has a hit! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Uruguay are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Otoy plays it forward. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Pretty much the ideal start. A win on the first day, and a platform on which to build. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, they've laid down a marker with such a good opening win, and they're saying to the rest of the group, we're intent on staying at the top. On this evidence, I think there's every chance too.